Welcome to Friday on the deck. It sure is sunny here in Tasmania. Don't know where that accent came from anyway. I thought we'd do some hip opening stuff today. So the last couple of posts I've been doing have been around building a bit of glute strength. And I was thinking the other day, gee, you know, if you're stiff, sore, tight in the hips, let's work on that a bit because, yeah, that can hold you back also. So the first one we're going to do, I encourage you to have bare feet or shoes, doesn't matter, and pop your feet together and just sit up and just let your knees fall out. So I've got a bit of tension in my hands there and a bit of height in the torso. If I go side on, I'm not slumped, I'm nice and tall. Quite brown really, aren't I? So that's number one. Number two, all my girls have been doing these this week, so you can too. Now, turning the toes back, you just got to pull your butt out a bit, sit up tall, bit of a theme there, and just walk your fingers forward. Now, if you're a competitive person, you might be trying to get your, over to your toes or something like that. Look, you can, but really flex the feet back and just tip from the hips. I see people who are like, they've got no movement around the hips, but they can actually touch the toes because they're so rounded in the shoulders. So let's improve on that. So walking the fingers forward and just tipping forward like that. Oh, a couple of people on. Give us some love. Here comes my cat. He's going to give me some love. So that's number two. So number three is the cat pose, the downward cat pose. So actually it's just like kids on a mat. Okay, how comfortable is that for you? I see some people whose knees just flop out and they just look so comfortable. I find it quite challenging. So I've got right leg in front at the moment and just sit there and have a little bit of a rock into it. Don't push, don't be nasty to yourself, and then just swap legs and see if they're the same. I find my knee, that's my gammy knee, doesn't like this so much, so probably good for it. So I'm not going to force it though. That's number three. Number four, saddle. So we're going to take both feet to one side and just try and get both bums down. You got two bums, So try and get two bums down. Hello, Kate. I'll see you soon. We're walking up a hill. So if you'd like to come on Friday night hikes, they're at 5:15. Various places around Gilston Bay, Lindisfarne, Rosny, all Eastern Shore. Got a few spots left, so try that way and just assess whether you're better at it on one side or the other. I know that my left hip socket is actually facing backwards more than the other one, so it makes sense that I don't have the same comfort level doing this one. What else did I have for you? Cross legs, I can't remember. Let's just try this one onto your knees. So flat feet in behind and just sitting. My yoga class, this is called Japanese style. You can call it sitting on your heels. So if you find that quite challenging, you might just go where you can. Just bring your weight forward a little bit. So sit forward like this and come back as you can. Okay, another one. We might get up onto our toes and see if we're comfy there, and if we are, drop the knees down. So this kind of stretching right through the feet is really good for plantar fasciitis. So have a look at your feet and see if you're coming off your big toe. Just make sure your big toe is bending back if it can. Next one, it's called cowboy. So we stay on one knee and we bring the other leg forward. And one of my clients today was saying that her husband sits like this all the time and tinkers around with things here. So I don't know why it's called cowboy, but when I learnt this one, we were told like you're in a position so that you can cook your beans on the fire. Let's see the other one, the foot is flat. Beautiful. So sitting on the other one. Now you can play around with the positioning of this foot here. The more you can use this ankle joint, the better. But if it's not comfortable, your foot might be out there. So just play around with that a little bit. And the next one, I'm going to go here and we're just going to do a big long table stretch. So the height of a table or top of a chair and just lengthen away. Keep your eyes looking forward there so you've got a nice flat back. And kind of push as well as stretch backwards. So that's that one. And the next one, take your feet a little bit wide and use something to come down nice and low. So you've got a bit of support there. I'm just tonking on my deck and maybe you can come forward. I need a little bit of support there. My hips don't open as well as some people's. One more thing that I think is worthy of doing, and that's around the feet. So I call these prancing ponies. You know, those fancy white Andalusian horses. Spread your toes, spread your toes. Make sure that toe joint is bending, is a key joints for lunging and walking up hills and so on. All right, so I hope you enjoyed those. You can do those daily, just when you wake up or before you go to bed. So see what range of motion you've got and have a great day. See ya.